What is up? Welcome to the channel. I'm excited with this one. I put out an Ashcan preview for Absolute Batman like a week or so ago, and I got a bunch of great response, and I'm here today with another Ashcan preview. Even more excited for me than the Absolute Batman one. That's going to be great. DC's got it going on right now, but no one's got it going more on than Ghost Machine, and Hyde Street is the next book that'll be releasing from Ghost Machine in this October, right around Halloween time. They're expanding their catalog. We have Geiger, we have the Junkyard Joe, we have Rook, we have Redcoat, and now the second wave will be hitting, and Hyde Street is up next from Jeff Johns and Ivan Reis on the art. Let's get into this. So what I have here is actually the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Ashcan. These will be out at comic shops in very limited quantity this week, so be sure to check with your LCS. We've got a front cover art and back cover art. Now, Devour will just be a single one-shot. We'll be seeing Maytal, I don't want to ruin her last name, but Maytal, Leah Lees, and Rob Lee will be working on that. So we'll be seeing some brand new creators that have been announced from Ghost Machine finally getting their work hitting shelves. This does spin out of the pages of Hyde Street, and you can see in the Ghost Machine one-shot that they did at the beginning of all this where it's previewed in there as well. So I'm really excited for that. But this specific Ashcan is previewing Hyde Street. Now, I've been big excited for this. I'm a big Ivan Reis fan. I kind of follow his art around through DC Comics. He was like the redeeming quality for me with that final run on Superman by Bendis. But this right here is going to be their intro into their horror universe with Hyde Street. So let's get into it. So right off the bat here, it gives you a little synopsis, kind of like what to think of Hyde Street. Like, make a wrong turn in any city and you might find yourself on Hyde Street where it's super dangerous. It's going to be introducing characters like Mr. X-Ray there, as well as Pranky, the world's dangerous Boy Scout, Miss Goodbody, and more. So we get into this by getting beautiful black and whites from Ivan Reis. And it is notably that Ivan is also helping with the story, and Danny Mickey is on this with Brad Anderson with the colors and inks. So we get into it. We're on Hyde Street, a construction site, and then right off the bat, a beautiful detailed shot, oh dear, from this old lady. And it's fun looking at all the details and everything, because you can even see here in her bag, she has a little crossword puzzle book, large print. So that attention to detail is what's really like one of the many things that's setting Hyde Street way above the rest of the competition in comics right now, or Ghost Machine as a whole. Then we get the sprawling shop. What is she looking at saying, oh dear? Massive construction site. Look at this perspective. Look at this detail. Like with a sprawling shot, you lose no detail with Ivan. He really puts it all in there. I like how this lady on the scooter, her face is even blacked out. You can see the little old lady looking across the street, cars passing by, big backhoe excavating, construction workers. It's just a lot to look at. What am I going to do? She looks, and this is notable. I noticed this. The crosswalk is out of order. But then she hears, excuse me, young lady. And then we get Pranky. We have seen him in the little preview, but it's good to see him again. This kid's already wicked creepy. Said he can help her cross the street. Again, the details. He's sitting there with a smile on his face and like utter doom behind him with the smoke and the steam coming off the light on the little crosswalk blocker there. But she says, where'd you come from? He's talking about how he's trying to get his badge for helping a senior citizen. And then magically the crosswalk is working again. Offers to take her bags. You can come with me. It's safe. And he kind of asks her where she's from. She gives some detail about how her husband moved here. And with her kid, he worked at an accounting firm. They passed away some time ago. And then he says, oh, young lady, I meant to ask you, what are you hiding? And he kind of turns demonic looking. She says, excuse me? He says, in the bag, take a peek, and hands it back to her. She looks in it, starts sizzling and buzzing. It says cyanide, it's covered in cyanide now. She drops it, and all of a sudden the chemicals in the bag have her stuck to the ground, asking for help. Steamroller coming, and he starts accusing her, pointing out where you know what you've done. You did. It only took a few days for your daughter. It took 3 long years for your husband. You poisoned him, didn't you? So apparently she poisoned him with cyanide over time, and she refused. She denies it, and then he begs her, don't admit it, don't beg for forgiveness. And the steamroller grows ever so much closer. The detail of her crying, and then she just gets trucked. To be continued. Hyde Street #1 on sale October 2nd. So Devour will be coming at the end of the month, while Hyde Street will be at the front end. And then we get a black and white version of the ads page. This is fantastic. This is a love letter and a callback to so many comics back in the day. So much of Ghost Machine is, from their checkerboards to all kinds of things. This is another fantastic example. Even has an order form, but went through these things before. Mr. X-Ray is a character that we don't know much about. He's kind of forefront in all of this stuff, but apparently you can order your own Mr. X-Ray glasses. The world's smallest monkey. You can buy a phony cast. It worked wonders for Ted Bundy. There's so many little Easter eggs and fun things to read about on here. But notably for me is the monster. This character is featured on the cover art for the Ivan Reis cover art that they did, that connecting cover for Ghost Machine Rook and Redcoat #1. He's also featured in Ghost Machine, that one shot. You see him for a brief second. You don't get no details, but it's clearly Frankenstein's monster. And if you're up to speed on Geiger, you know that finale to the first arc, they revealed that President Griffin, wrapped in bandages, is behind the scenes of the people coming after Tariq Geiger. That's the Invisible Man. So it looks like they're rolling in Universal monster characters into the Ghost Machine universe, which is just absolutely exciting. Then you get a rubber monster mask. It almost looks Wolfmanish or ghoulish. Pranky's Tricky Gum. Onions, ghost pepper, and arsenic flavor. So there's all kinds of cool stuff to read on here. The silent dog whistle, that's supposed to be Pranky's dog, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to with Ghost Machine. This Hyde Street thing, this whole horror thing. I'm not big typically on horror books, but I'm 100% down for this. This just sounds like it's going to be a blast. The creators for Ghost Machine are just absolutely top. Jeff Johns will be writing it. Ivan Reis and Danny Mickey on inks and art. Rob Lee on letters. And Brad Anderson doing, the coloring. Yeah, Ivan Reis on art. Danny Mickey on inks. Rob Lee on letters. And Brad Anderson on color. So Brad Anderson's like the busiest guy in comics right now, coloring everything for Ghost Machine. But what have you been picking up from Ghost Machine? You're not behind on it, are you? Some fantastic stuff out there. Hit up your LCS. Get it added to your pool list. Go pick up the collected editions of trade paperbacks. Don't get left behind on this. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're looking forward to. And if you haven't picked it up, what has stopped you from investing into the Ghost Machine books? This is going to do it for this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Until next time, as always, we are Legion.